The following show is for entertainment purposes only and does not necessarily reflect the opinions of Empire Media LLC, its subsidiaries, affiliates, sponsors, and advertisers.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to The Bottom Rope. I am Adam Hernandez here on TMSNX Radio. Tonight, I just want to get to something real quick. I know we wrapped up WrestleMania week. WrestleMania was this past Sunday. I don't know what everybody thought of it. I guess I'll get to that in just a little bit. But it's going to be a shorter show tonight. One big question I wanted to quickly talk about on tonight's show, though, was the WWE opting to go the Brock Lesnar direction and put the WWE Universal title on him, which I don't have any problem with, really. I think that's something that was really expected by the by the WWE universe, by the fans. Simply put, Bill Goldberg was going to be leaving the promotion. He was his contract was done after WrestleMania, and there wasn't any indication that he was going to resign or that he did resign, and that's exactly what happened. Brock Lesnar won the title. And Goldberg is, for at least now, gone from the WWE. Now, he may come back at some point. Who knows? But it certainly seems like he is done, at least for the foreseeable future. And who knows how much time that he has in professional wrestling, considering, he's an older guy, obviously. We saw what happened with The Undertaker. Undertaker may have been there for a few years too many, but Brock Lesnar is the WWE Universal Champion. And I'm posing this question, and it's the title of tonight's show. Was it the right move for the WWE to move in the direction of Brock Lesnar and kind of continue with that theme of putting the title on a guy who is part-time? Now, Brock Lesnar, reports are he's not going to be booked on Raw for the entire month of April. And according to reports as well, rumors, he is signed to very selective dates. Now, what those dates are, we don't know, but he doesn't have to appear on all the Raws. He doesn't have to appear at all the pay-per-views. Now, what those Raws are and what those pay-per-views are, I believe that's up to the WWE, but they could end up using up all of the appearances in one shot here. And the WWE had to be very selective in which dates they want Brock Lesnar appearing in or on. And that's fine. That's fine. I think Brock Lesnar, I'm a fan of his. I think I love the thing he has going with Heyman there. I've mentioned it before. I like Paul Heyman. I like Brock Lesnar. I think that those two together have been and continue to be a big time positive for the WWE. But again, I posed the question as to whether or not it was the right move for the WWE to put Lesnar in a position for him to win the title, which is what he did. The WWE put the belt on Brock Lesnar. He is the champion. And again, I just want to know why was this the right move? Because I could see both sides of the argument here. This is now going to be a championship, the WWE Universal title that is defended sporadically while it's on Brock Lesnar. And it was the same thing with Bill Goldberg. We knew who he was going to go up against, but it seemed like the title was kind of like in a limbo, because Goldberg wasn't going to appear at all the at all of the Raws, and he wasn't going to appear at all the pay-per-views. And the same goes for Brock Lesnar. So the most prestigious title on Raw is a title that fans aren't going to get to see very often. They're not going to get to see defended very often. And right now, again, the room, and I talked about it a couple of weeks ago, and this was from Dave Meltzer, that next year's WrestleMania, they say the main event has already been booked, and it's going to be Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. And I had a big problem with that. I did not like that. And Roman Reigns winning, beating The Undertaker the way he did, I really didn't like that as well. Because the WWE continues to push Roman Reigns down the throats of the fans, and they're clearly not having it. At least not in this version of Roman Reigns. But I digress. Was this the right move to put it on Brock Lesnar? A part-time wrestler. A guy who's not going to be there every week. So they've mitigated, maybe mitigated is the wrong word. They've made it so it's a rarity that the WWE title is going to get defended on television, that we're going to be able to have the champion address the crowd, address the fans. Same thing goes with Paul Heyman. Now who knows? Maybe things are different with Paul Heyman. Maybe Paul Heyman is going to make an appearance between now and whatever it is Brock Lesnar comes back and address things. Continue to be that mouthpiece. Now, on the flip side, I could kind of see, I see the other argument here. If Brock Lesnar was on every single week, maybe his persona starts to get stale. Maybe it weakens his position. And the WWE title or the Universal title kind of being that, that one thing in the WWE that's kind of, that's, I don't want to say a rarity, but that's something that doesn't happen every single week. But when it does happen, it's special. Maybe that's the direction that the WWE was going with this. Or maybe it was just in Brock Lesnar's contract that at some point he has to be the WWE Universal Champion. One of those two things. Who knows? But like I said, I can see both ends of the argument here. Let me know what you think, though. You can comment on this on our Periscope, which we're currently broadcasting on right now. At TBRcast on Twitter. You can respond to that. This will be up on YouTube eventually. YouTube.com/TheMajorsTV, and we'll have it up on our website as well at themajors.net. So let me know what you think. You can also hit me up at TMSNX Adam on Twitter. Other than that, though, a quick recap on WrestleMania. You can get my thoughts, the good, bad, and the ugly, over on themajors.net. Let me know what you think. Ultimately, though, I thought WrestleMania could have been better. It obviously could have been worse. The Hardys returning, I thought that was a big plus for the WWE and the just the show in general. I thought if the Hardys didn't return that night, I believe the show really would have been lacking. So I was glad to see them return. I think everybody kind of knew that something like that was going to happen, given when the Hardys finished up in Ring of Honor. That prior night they finished up at the Supercard for Ring of Honor Saturday night. So it was fun to see the Hardys back in there. I hope that they start to go the broken direction, because I think that's a fun gimmick. I like the gimmick. I think that's something that fans will really get behind. They're kind of teasing it right now. I know the Hardys haven't been in that gimmick since coming back to WWE, but it seems they're certainly hinting at it. And I saw something today on tpww.net that perhaps what the WWE might be doing with this is one of two things, and perhaps it's both. They could be waiting to see how the Anthem, Impact Wrestling, you know, you know, litigation goes with the whole broken gimmick and the Hardys and all that bullshit that Jeff Jarrett and everybody at Impact Wrestling is trying to pull right now, which I think is stupid. Or they may be, or they may be going, the route that, they're going to eventually, have this role start to develop by the Hardys, just so fans aren't kind of thrown off by it and wonder why all of a sudden they have this crazy gimmick when they weren't like this before when they were in WWE. So, and if that's the case, I think that that's cool, and I'm okay with that. Just as long as it happens at some point. Because like I said, I'm a fan of the gimmick. I think it's a fun gimmick. I hope they bring in Rebby at some point too, because I thought she worked well with the gimmick as well. And like I said, I think it's a fun gimmick. But other than that, WrestleMania, like I said, I thought it was okay. I thought the women's matches were really, really good. I do. I thought the women kind of stole the show that night too. The SmackDown match was really good. I thought the Raw one was really good too. And I'll say this right now about Charlotte Flair. She might be one of the best in-ring performers of the entire roster. I'm not talking just the women, but the men as well. Charlotte Flair is phenomenal in the ring, people. She's good on the mic. She's phenomenal in the ring. And she is, she's a future Hall of Famer. Just like her dad, she is a future Hall of Famer. She's going to be one of the great women wrestlers. And that's really all you could say about her. She's phenomenal. Her character's great as well. She does a great job with that. She does a great job getting people to hate her. And I think that's something to be said too in the WWE when you can get somebody to hate you or somebody to like you. I thought The Miz is, a phenomenal heel character just because of the way he's able to, to garner that hate. And I think that's why the WWE is really missing the boat with this whole Roman Reigns thing, because Roman Reigns can be a great heel. He could, because fans already hate him. I know the young guys already, they like him, but the fans, the older fans, they genuinely do not like this guy. And I know people are going to point to Cena and be like, well, people don't like. There's a difference, though, between John Cena and Roman Reigns. John Cena, I think it's about 50-50. And I said it before on this show. And John Cena is also really, really good on the mic. Not the best in the ring, but he's awesome on the mic. But I don't want to get too much away from WrestleMania here. Other than that, I thought the Bray Wyatt Randy Orton match was one of the most boring matches of the night, which was kind of disappointing because that was a match I was looking forward to. That was disappointing though. I thought it was boring and disappointing. It seemed like all they were looking to do was, pull their finishers off, and it's just boring. And I like Randy Orton to some extent, but he's a guy that goes stale really, really quick, really quick. But I'm a fan of Bray Wyatt. I love Bray Wyatt, and I think that his push was far overdue. The Seth Rollins Triple H match I found exciting. I'm glad Seth Rollins won. I know that they kind of move away from this whole Triple H thing, and it seems like the next direction they're going to be going with Seth Rollins is is feuding with Samoa Joe. I like them bringing back Finn Balor the other night on Raw. I thought that was good to see. I don't know which direction they're going to be going with Balor, but who knows? I know that they have some stuff to address, and I know we got the Raw shake or the Superstar shakeup coming up. I thought the Shane McMahon and AJ Styles match was really good, despite my objections to the match to begin with. I And I will say this about Stephanie too. Going back to that Seth Rollins and Triple H match, I thought that was a good move by her to, to be willing to go through a table. I like stuff like that. I think that's cool. Um, the cruiserweight match, I'm okay with them keeping the title on Neville. I hope they continue to push Aries though. I think Aries is another one of those guys that is phenomenal in the ring and on the mic. And those guys are a rare get. You don't get those guys all the time. So I think that they really need to see what they have in guys like Austin Aries and continue to put their best resources around them. I know I'm missing some matches here, but I think that and the Lesnar, and I know I talked a lot about Lesnar and Goldberg to start. I thought that match in of itself was pretty good as well. But again, I'm looking forward to the Superstar Shakeup this coming week or next week, excuse me. Rumors are that AJ Styles may be switching brands. Roman Reigns was rumored to be, to switch brands, but they may be pulling back on that a little bit based off of WrestleMania. Who knows? He may be going up against Braun Strowman eventually. I really don't know what they're going to be doing with this, but it seems like Lesnar and Roman Reigns is going to be the next big feud. Who knows, though? I really don't know what they're going to be doing because it still seems like they're going to be doing something with Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns, and I don't think they're going to be moving both of those guys over to SmackDown. So I think Roman Reigns stays. The other rumor is AJ Styles going to Raw, based on how he patched everything up with Shane McMahon, and them not really having any direction with AJ Styles right now. So it seems like he could be a guy that switches, and they need to get him going with something because he's far too good of a performer to kind of be in a limbo with his storyline. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, I know David Meltzer said that he wouldn't be surprised if those two kind of switched based on how they were booked at WrestleMania. And they also made mention too, I've heard rumors that the New Day is probably going to switch brands as well, just because they've done everything they possibly could do on Raw, and they're going to try things out on SmackDown. Same goes for Enzo and Cass. That's another tag team that could end up making their way over to SmackDown. It's because it seems like SmackDown needs some bigger talent as far as the tag team division goes over there. I know America Alpha, they pushed them for a little bit. You still have the Usos over there, so I think moving them over there would be a good move, especially considering the Hardys are back on Raw now. So, other than that, everybody, that's gonna do it this week. We will be back again next week. This is kind of the upcoming schedule. We will be back next week to discuss the shakeup and everything that is, the fallout from that. But the following week we will be off. So, again, let us know what you think about that question to start the show. Was it a mistake by the WWE to put the title on Lesnar, given his part-time status with the promotion? Catch us on Twitter at TBRcast. At TMSNX Radio. Catch me on Twitter at TMSNX Adam. On our YouTube page, youtube.com/TheMajorsTV, and our website, themajors.net. So, everybody, have a great rest of the week. And have a great weekend as well. And I will see you next time. Bye for now, everyone.